Last time we finished exercise 15. Now it will be exercise 16, but it is good, important to realize that we have a new section of exam. Till now it was A, B, C, D answers, and we just had to decide which one is correct. Now we start a different section where there are no A, B, C, D. We have to solve the answer and decode this answer in a proper way. Here you can see that there are some formulas and some table, and you have to mark a correct circle so that it will be decoded. Like for example, answer 7 divided by 12, it's 7, this slash and 12, and you have to decode this. It may look funny, but well, I guess it's because those answers are probably checked by a computer, so computer will not understand if you will decode this in a wrong way. So it's important to do it properly. Here you have an explanation how to do it, so you can check on your own. And now let's go to mathematics. So exercise 16. So what we have here. If t is bigger than 0 and t squared minus 4 equals 0, what is the value of t? T squared minus 4 equals 0. Well, very simple quadratic equation. We can solve it in many ways. For example, we can use a shortened multiplication formulas, or at least that's what Google Translate tells it. I'm talking about, first of all, a plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. A minus b squared. That's basically the same. It goes from this formula. The only thing is that this plus changes to minus, and you can prove it using this formula that it has to be minus here. And the last one, the one that we will use, is a plus b times a minus b equals a squared minus b squared. And here I can see t squared minus 2 squared equals 0, which is the same as t minus 2 times t plus 2 equals 0. And what can we see? We have a multiplication that gives us a result 0. This is only possible if one of the parts of this multiplication is equal to 0 on its own. So t minus 2 equals 0, or t plus 2 equals 0. Now we can solve those simple equations, and we have t equals 2 or t equals minus 2. Considering the fact that t has to be bigger than 0, this means t equals 2. This is the only right answer in this question. So if you would like to decode this, as you can see here, 201, we can just 201, and it doesn't matter if you start here or here, so you can just write 2 and mark this circle 2, and this will be all that computer needs to tell you you are okay and you have points for this question. This is one way. The other way, you can calculate delta, which we showed in some previous question, or the other way, which is very many students like this way, but unfortunately they make it wrong. T squared minus 4 equals 0, and many students like to write t squared equals 4, which is very good. Then they are taking a square root of both sides and write t equals square root of 4, 2. And it sounds right. And actually in this question it will give right answer. But it is not right from mathematical point of view. Square root of t square is not t. It is an absolute value of t. It comes from the fact that, for example, square root of minus 2 squared, well, it is square root of 4, which is 2. And it's not minus 2, it's absolute value of minus 2. So if you will write here absolute value of 2 equals 2, absolute value of t equals 2, then you are okay. And now we have we have an equation with absolute value. How do we solve this? Well, simply t equals 2 or t equals minus 2, because the numbers that for which absolute value equals 2 is 2 and minus 2. Here again, 2 will be the right answer. You may say, oh, why are you bothering me? The same answer was given. But if the condition here was t is smaller than 0, then you would get t equals 2 after this uh, wrong routing, and you would say, oh, there's no result. What to do with this? Maybe I should say that the question is wrong. No, you just have to remember that there are two possibilities, 2 or minus 2, and in the condition t is smaller than 0, it would be minus 2. Okay, so that's for all for exercise 16. Now let's go to exercise 17. So, what we have here? We have this drawing, and a summer camp counselor wants to find a length of x. It's here, AE. In feet across a lake as represented in the sketch above. The lengths represented by AB here, EB here, BD here, and CD is here. Uh, on the sketch were determined to be 1800 feet, 1400 feet, 700 feet, and 800 feet respectively. Segments AC and DE, AC and DE intersect at B, and the angle AEB and CBD, so those that are marked here, have the same measure. What is the value of x? Okay, let's draw this. Well, I don't really care about this lake, so I will just draw the things that are important here. So we have something like this. We have here the same angle that as here, so let's call it alpha in both places. We also know that AB equals 1800 feet. Oh yes, here is A, B, C, D, E, and 1400 feet it's EB, EB 1400. Now 700 is BD. Here is 700, and 800 is CD. So here is 800. Yes, and that's all. So what can we say here? Here we have alpha, and here we have alpha. Here we have beta, and here is also beta. That's because, well, Google Translate says these are vertex angles, which means when you have this intersection, the angles that are opposite to each other are always the same. In Polish we would call them kąty wierzchołkowe. In English I'm not sure, but Google Translate calls it vertex angles. So they are the same, and this means we can calculate that this angle has to be 180 minus alpha minus beta. And the same goes for this angle. It is also 180 minus alpha minus beta. So all the angles in these triangles are the same, which means those triangles are similar, which means they are in scale. So one is magnification of the other. Corresponding angles are here alpha to alpha, beta to beta, and the third angle to this angle. This leads us to say that the corresponding sides are this 700 is corresponding to this 1400, which means that this triangle on the left has 2 times longer sides, because 1400 divided by 700 is 2. And we want to know AB. Here is x. So AB is a side that is corresponding to CD because it is between alpha and I will call it just gamma. And the same here, alpha and gamma. So the sides between corresponding angles are corresponding sides, which means that x equals 2 times 800, which is 1600, and that's the answer. This 1800 here didn't matter, but if you really want, we can calculate from it that BC equals 900 because it is a corresponding side to this one and it is 2 times smaller. So the answer here would be 1600. And the last question, exercise 18. So exercise 18, what we have? X plus y equals minus 9, x plus 2y equals minus 25. According to the system of equations above, what is the value of x? Okay, x plus y equals minus 1, x plus 2y equals minus 25. So here we can solve it using a method of opposite coefficients, or at least that's how I can translate this. This is a simplified version of Gauss elimination method, which basically here, well, in Poland it is thought that we have to make an opposite coefficient in one of those variables. The coefficients, x has 1, y has 1 in this first equation. In second, for x it's 1, for y it's 2. So opposite numbers are, for example, 1 and minus 1. So we can multiply the first equation by minus 1 and we get minus x minus y equals 9, and here x plus 2y equals minus 25. We didn't change the second equation. And now we just add the sides. So minus x plus x, it will be 0. Minus y plus 2y equals y, 1y. And it equals 9 minus 25 is minus 16. So we have y equals minus 16. Now we can put this number into any of those equations, for example the first one, and we get that x minus 16 equals how much? Minus 9. And that's simple, we can add 16 and we get x equals 7. So the correct value for x is 7. I'm not sure which method I showed the last time, so maybe I will show also the other method that we can use. It is a method of substitution. Once again, if we have x plus y equals minus 9 and x plus 2y equals minus 25. The method of substitution states that we can take one equation, determine one of the variables from this equation, and substitute this to the other equation. So for example here, we want to have x. So let's determine y from the first equation. So we will need to subtract x. And we get y equals minus 9 minus x. And now in second equation, we just rewrite this equation, x plus 2, but we see y, so instead of y, we write in a bracket minus 9 minus x, because y is exactly the same as minus 9 minus x, and it equals minus 25. Now we have a equation with only one unknown, and we can simply solve it. So it is x minus 18 minus 2x equals minus 25. So let's put this 18 here, and here we have x minus 2x, it is minus x, equals minus 25 plus 18 is minus 7. Now let's multiply by 1 minus 1, and we have x equals 7. Now if we want to calculate y, we just take the equation that we used for substituting. It's the best. I mean, you can take any equation and put for x 7, but the fastest way to determine y is to use the equation that you used for substitution. So y equals minus 9 minus x, which is 7. Minus 9 minus 7, it is minus 16. And once again, we solve this system of equation. So the answer that we should decode is x equals 7. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like it, please subscribe and turn the notification bell and do all this stuff that happy viewer does after watching a video. And well, have a good day.